Page 6. The birth. The Buddha, the founder of Buddhism, lived over 2,500 years ago and is known as Siddhartha Gautama. His father Suddhodana, the Kshatriya king, ruled over the land of the Shakyans at Kapilavatthu on the Nepalese frontier. As he came from the Gautama family, he was known as Suddhodana Gautama. Mahamaya, the princess of the Kolayas, was Suddhodana's queen. In 623 BC, on a full moon day of May, Vasanta tide, when in India the trees were laden with leaf, flower, and fruit, and man, bird, and beast were in joyous mood, Queen Mahamaya was traveling in state from Kapilavatthu to Devadaha, her parental home, according to the customs of the times, to give birth to a child. But that was not to be, for halfway between the two cities in the beautiful Lumbini grove, under the shade of a flowering sal tree, she brought forth a son. Lumbini or Ruminde, the name by which it is now known, is 100 miles north of Varanasi and within sight of the snow-capped Himalayas. At this memorable spot where Prince Siddhartha, the future Buddha, was born, Emperor Ashoka, 316 years after the event, erected a mighty stone pillar to mark the holy spot. The inscription engraved on the pillar in 5 lines consists of 93 Ashokan characters, among which occurs the following: Hida Buddhe Jate Shakyamuni. Here was born the Buddha, the sage of the Shakyans. The mighty column is still to be seen. The pillar, as crisp as the day it was cut, had been struck by lightning even when Xuanxiang, the Chinese pilgrim, saw it towards the middle of the 7th century AC. The discovery and identification of Lumbini Park in 1896 is attributed to the renowned archaeologist General Cunningham. On the 5th day after the birth of the prince, the king summoned 8 wise men to choose a name for the child and to speak of the royal baby's future. He was named Siddhartha, which means one whose purpose has been achieved. The Brahmins deliberated, and 7 of them held up 2 fingers each and declared, "O king, this prince will become a Chakravarti, a universal monarch, should he deign to rule. But should he renounce the world, he will become a Sammasambuddha, a supremely enlightened one, and deliver humanity from ignorance." But Kondanya, the widest and the youngest, after watching the prince, held up only 1 finger and said, "O king, this prince will one day go in search of the truth and become a supremely enlightened Buddha." Queen Mahamaya, the mother, passed away on the 7th day after the birth of her child, and the baby was nursed by his mother's sister, Prajapati Gautami. Though the child was nurtured till manhood in refinement amid an abundance of material luxury, the father did not fail to give his son the education that a prince ought to receive. He became skilled in many branches of knowledge and in the arts of war, easily excelled all others. Nevertheless, from his childhood, the prince was given to serious contemplation. And page 9.